let us discuss the topic called register transfer language. So we will start with what is a register. It is a temporary storage device, as I told you, and these registers are designated with capital letters. Anyhow, there are two types of registers in the processor. What are the two types? General purpose registers and special purpose registers. See, these are the designations. Whatever the register it is, they were designated with capital letters only. So for example, you see MAR, that is memory address register, program counter, instruction register, and this R1 is a processor register. See, among these examples, which of them are the special purpose registers? What were the special purpose registers there? MAR, PC and IR. All three were special purpose registers, where R1 is a processor register. So now we will see this register which is designated with R1. Consider it is having the capacity of storing from 0 to 7 bits. If it can store 0 to 7 bits, we can assume the size of this register is 1 byte, right? And you see the register R2, how we have taken here. We have taken this register R2 for the contents of 0 to 15. So how many positions were there here? 0 to 15. So this register has been divided into two parts, so that we can call the left part, we can call one part as PC of L and we can call other part as PC of H. I told you that this is a lower byte and upper byte, otherwise higher byte. So PC of L is the lower byte, PC of H is the higher byte. So this indication we have seen already. And 0 to 7 bits are called lowermost bits, 8 to 15 are called uppermost bits or higher bits. So this is what we have seen. And now we will see what is a register transfer. Usually what happens when I transfer some information from one register to another register, then it will be called as a register transfer. So for this purpose, or for the symbolic notation, I am using a replacement operator here. R1 replacement operator R2. It means the contents of R1 is being moved to the register R2. So this is the statement we are using for, this is the notation we will use to understand the transfer process between the registers, two registers. Now, the above notation denotes the transfer of content from register 1 into register R2. Let us understand this with an example. R1 is having the bits of 1101, and when you see the first bit here is 1, second bit is 1, second bit is 0, third bit is 1, fourth bit is 1. So same contents will be moved to the register R2 as it is. So this is called a register transfer. And I also told you the symbolic notation used to describe micro operations. Micro operation means what? If I perform any operation on the contents of register, that will be called as micro operation. Many examples I have given you. That can be a register transfer. We can apply shift left operation, shift right operation, any arithmetic operation. Everything is called as micro operation. So we will use some symbolic notations to describe the micro operation transfers among the registers. That is called register transfer language. What is this RTL? Register transfer language means what? We will use notations for representing the micro operation transfers, which is called as register transfer language, right? Now we will see the register transfer with control function. I have told you, so there are two units in the processor. One is ALU, other one is control unit. So without the control signals sent by the control unit, otherwise if control unit doesn't send any signal to the ALU, then ALU will not perform any operation. Suppose you see this example, to transfer the data from R1 to R2, here control unit must place a signal here. Control unit must place a control signal. What is that control signal? We can understand very clearly. Here the p value equal to 1. P value is 1. See here this p is a control variable. Either that p can indicate 0 or 1. So which unit is replacing this 0 or 1 value here in the variable p? See, that is control unit. Control unit will places, or the control signal will be sent by the control unit to the variable p. If it places 0, content will not be transferred from R1 to R2. If the p variable is 1, content will be moved from R1 to R2. That is also called as conditional variable. If p equal to 1, content will be moved from R1 to R2. P equal to 0, no data transfer will take place. So P is a control signal generated here. Here P is the control signal generated by the control unit or in the control section. So this control variable or this boolean variable P, either it can be equal to 0 or 1. So the statement will be written as P colon R2 replacement operator R1. So this is how we will write the notation to represent the data transfer between R1 and R2. Whenever the p value is 0, no transfer will take place. When p value is 1, data transfer will take place. You see here we are taking two registers again in the example to understand what is this load and what is this clock input. Everything we will understand. You see, we are going to give load here. Load is nothing but whenever the control circuit sends 0, no load we are giving to the operation. So no data transfer will take place. If the load is 1, the contents that are present in R1 will be transferred. N number of bits that are present in R1 will be transferred to the register R2. Here N indicates number of bits. So here P is the control variable where the control circuit or control unit will place as either 0 or 1 in this variable. So that will be the load. When it receives 0, no, the R2 will not accept the contents. When P value is 1, R2 will accept the contents from R2. That no data transfer will take place when P equal to 0. So what happens? Another input we are giving is clock pulse. Clock pulse we are also giving to this particular operation. So what is clock here? You see, I am taking T here. I am taking T. You see the clock pulse diagram. We are taking T and T plus 1. So what is the T here? T is the starting time. T plus 1 is the ending time. So this particular time, at this particular time, data will be moved from R1 to R2, where we can call it as a clock pulse. So this is how we are giving two things. One is a control input we are giving, as well as a clock pulse input also we are giving to the transfer process. So this is about register transfer language and register transfer.